Hi guys, it's Rina here, and today I'm finally ready to make a character review of a Flash Tearer. I hope you will find this review very useful because actually I see a lot of people during online shards opening are pulling this character and actually not using him quite often. I don't see a lot of guides around him, and I don't see somebody is working with him or playing with him. Today, my idea is to fix this issue. This was one of the first epic characters I actually pulled. One of first character for me was Lucia, and second one, maybe a third one was Flash Tear. So I've played him quite a lot. I have full masteries. I have booked him, and today I want to share my ideas about this guy. Let's start from his skills. His first skills is quite good one, making one attack and have a 30% and with buffs 50 and with mastery 55% to transfer one random debuff from this champion to actually target. Second skill is, from my point of view, excellent skill. He is healing entire party and extending duration of all ally buffs for one turn. So if you have speed buff, if you have attack buff, if you have shield buff, this buff will be extended for one turn. It's extremely useful. For example, I will talk about it a bit later about strategies. I was using him, and I'm still using him at the kind of point where I'm more or less at the end game, but still I can find a very good usage for him at least. And third skill, he is decreasing. He attacks all enemies and have a chance to decrease duration of all enemy buffs for one turn. It's actually not a chance, it's just 100%. Sure, he is decreasing the buff for one turn. It's great skill from my point of view. So he has a very nice kit, actually, very nice kit. So, and you can use it in a lot of different situations. From my side, usually I forgot to show masteries, but it's quite convenient if you have some character what has one, two attacks. You will go and you plan to use him on the clan boss. You are going with masteries up to the War Master. If he has more than three and more attacks, you are going with him to Giant Slayer. If you don't plan to use him on a clan boss, you are either choosing Flawless Execution to be sure in crit damage, or you are choosing Helm Smasher if you want a bit bigger damage output, but a bit more randomized. If you have skills for place or remove debuffs, you just want to move to Sniper, just to increase chance of placing or removing debuffs and having a bit more accuracy actually. So this looks quite convenient from my point of view. This kind of template I am using for such characters. Um, I was using him a lot on the clan boss, and the clan boss part will be the last part of this video. So if you want, you just want to move to the last part. But actually, I want to talk about a bit about different usage of this hero. So, first of all, utility. He can heal, and he can heal quite often. 4 turns cooldown and quite big heal. So he can help you in a lot of situations in different areas of this game. Uh, Add survivability for you, help you with Minotaur. He was a part of first team for me to green Minotaur actually. So quite great skill. And regarding the application, uh, I'm still using him in the magic kit. Why? Uh, because I actually never had a good character who removes buffs. And his third skill, which make a buff last a bit smaller amount of time, is helping a lot at least with Magic Keep. You have a buff duration on the boss. It takes 3 turns, and after 3 turns, if you haven't been able to remove the shield, boss will update his shield again. But this guy is making this shield to last only 2 turns. So if you have not enough damage, as I was having some months ago, he just give you a slot of 1 turn when you can damage as maximum as you can actually, without any kind of shield on the boss. So he helps you. He not removes, but makes the shield last less. He can, for clan boss, he can help you to make his attack buff last less. Uh, for other cases, when you need to remove some buffs, you can make it at least to last less. So I'm still using him, at least at Magic Keep. So he's good for it. For Minotaur, he can help you too. For other parts of game, I'm not using him already because for Fire Knight you need a lot of attacks actually, or some damage reflection. For Dragon you need poisons or a lot of damage, and actually there are enough to have only Apothecary. For other areas, maybe he is not so useful. But just for you, I've made a quite big test. Uh, I ran him 8 times on the clan boss, on the Nightmare clan boss. And I ran 7 times with the same team, with the same equipment. I took Razan instead of him. So right now you can see some kind of results from my side where we have different results. Everything was run on auto just to have more or less enough of that data to check everything and to understand, is this guy good or not. So uh, actually I've put a summary table for you, and there are 2 poisoners. It's Kael and Steel Skull for me. In one case we have Flash Turer, in second case we have Razan. Why do I sum results of poisoners? Because actually they compete. They have only 10 places to put poisons. Sometimes Steel Skull put a lot poisons. Sometimes Kael put a lot of poisons. So it's better to look at some kind of joint result. And Flash Turer is doing some damage too. And why did I change him for Razan? Razan is an epic hero. You can get him by fusion. You can make this fusion comparatively easy comparing to our fusions actually. So you can get Razan, and he is good performer for a clan boss. So a lot of people are using him on the Nightmare clan boss. So he's competitive, he's good, and if you can compare him, and if he will perform on at least on the same level as Razan, it's good to use him if you get him on at the beginning of the game, actually. Or if you are using Razan, for example, in some other game situations and you need another equipment for Razan. And one very interesting point for me, I see what this guy actually does not need a lot of different stats. As you see, his total stats are not really great. He has slow speed. He has not very big critical rate. Good accuracy, actually, more or less enough for a clan boss. And what I have noticed is what his second and first skill. Second skill it's heal. He doesn't need accuracy at all. And third skill works 100% of time, so he doesn't need accuracy actually. So anything what is you can put any kind of artifacts on him and use him as it. So as you see, it's all 12 levels, and actually, from my small research, as we can see in summary, best results done with Flash Terror for summary of poisoners are greater worst results. Because what did I compare actually? I took 8 tries here, 7 tries here, and actually compared uh, the maximum poisoner's damage done per each try. The lowest, the worst poisoner's damage done per each try. So in both cases. So the worst poisoner's damage was done if there was no flash tear actually. The best poisoner's damage was done if there was flash tear. Yeah, there are some fluctuation, but difference is not very big actually. So from my point of view, he is performing either as good or even a bit better comparing to Razan. Why do I say a bit better? Because we have different game situations actually, and one situation for me, it's quite interesting stuff what you can use. For example, you have counter attack. As I'm having Martyr, you can have another counter attack champion. With counter attack, generally you need to raise speed of each champion to the level of clan boss, actually a bit bigger. And the counter-attack champion should make his turn before the boss, but after entire team. So, uh, but Flash Tour, why do you do it? Because you have two AoE attacks from clan boss, and you need to have two counter-attacks to counterattack each AoE attack to vampiric lifesteal artifacts work and steal life immediately after the hit of clan boss. But this guy is actually extending your counterattack for 3 turns, making it 3 turns. And actually, this extension worked quite well in almost all situations. And actually, you can fit your team on a such level what you will uh, get. You will not need to fit speed in some cases. So this guy is actually fixing your artifacts issues. If you have some small issues with artifacts, he will fix it by his second skill by improving the durations of buffs on you to handle some lack of speed or something like this. So actually, this guy is quite good champion for you if you have lack of champions or issues with champions in a clan boss. He helped me a lot to get to the nightmare level, and he's still helping me a lot with the magic keep. He's a decent healer. He's good character. I would not say what he's in the top 10 epic characters. Yeah, there are a lot of good characters in the epic. So it's Royal Guard, it's Steel Skull, a lot of them actually. It's Tyrell, whom I don't have. It's our champions, but this guy for some reason is not used very often. But I think he is good. He's good character what can bring you joy to the game. He looks very good from my point of view. Very nice. He can help you with faction wars. He can help you with keeps. He can sorry guys. He can help you with clan boss. So from my point of view, if you have a lot of books or it's one of the first characters what you got, raise him at least for a level 60. You can leave him without books actually, so they will not benefit, they will not bring you too much. But actually, he will help you a lot. If you will improve his artifacts, he will be a stable part of your team for different keeps, and maybe on some level he will help you with a clan bust. So, guys, I hope I have helped you, and I hope you will press a like button. Have a nice day. Bye.